that, nowadays we have this kind of lifestyle diseases. And cassava being, traditionally grown,
which is the priority consumer of the products that we.
Viewers watching us from the Artec TV Kenya, I am Tanvin Onyango, and today I am coming to you straight live all the way from the awesome Safari Park Hotel and Casino, whereby the Cassava Conference and Expo is being held right about today. It being on the 26th of October 2023, whereby it is dubbed, as you can see on the banner written behind me, connecting businesses not only in Kenya but also there have been some delegates from as far as West Africa in countries like Nigeria, Ghana, here in collaboration with some of the sponsors, as you can see just on my farthest left. And the main aim today, it is to empower and connect different farmers and different stakeholders, and to teach them and to train them on about the cassava farming here in Kenya, and to try and making it into a larger market expo. See behind me right about now some of the attendees who got the chance to attend this awesome conference here at the Safari Park Hotel and Casino. They are just right about now going to at least warm up their bodies, because the weather right now in Nairobi, it is unpredictable. 1 minute the sun is shining and the next minute it is all freezing right about now. As you can see, it is attended by hundreds of people, not only from Nairobi but from as far as places like Namanga, Kitui, Nigeria, just as I told you during the beginning of the session. After this, we'll be interacting with some of the members who just go to attend this conference, and we get to understand some one or two things on about them and what they have learned and their main aim after this conference and what's their next step. From the intel that we got is that the Cabinet Secretary of Agriculture, CS Mindhika Linturi, will be also gracing this awesome event, and we are hoping that after he comes over, we'll also get a chance to interact with him and get to engage with him on matters pertaining the agricultural state and also the climatic condition changes in Kenya right about now. It is still morning because of the weather. Good morning.
Good morning.
So tell us something small first of all. Who are you, and what is Kodolet CBO, and where are you located in Kenya?
First, I'm Robert Okello. I'm a member, a farmer in Kodolet. Kodolet, as you can see, it is an acronym of groups. We are a formation of groups affiliated together, working on the cassava value chain. In fact, to increase its competitiveness as a way of addressing food security. We ensure that every table, every household has enough to feed the family. Now we are doing that in terms of it to change the livelihoods, because a hungry man is a angry man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, if you'd allow me to interrupt you.
Yes.
So can you tell us first of all, because at the beginning there I'm seeing something like twigs, for us kids who are born in Nairobi, some things are kind of mysterious to us. Yes. So can you tell us first of all, let's say like from the planting process till the harvesting, how long it takes in the farm until it comes now to creating these products over here?
Yes, please. Thank you. Cassava is grown from cuttings. These are the cuttings. Normally, as just like any other plant, any other crop, you need to prepare your land very well now for it to be propagated so well. Now, after you've done that, cuttings, it is in a measurement of 15 centimeters. That is now after you've prepared your land for planting. Of course, it is not just any other seed. It has to be a certified seed, clean, free from diseases. And we consider now the maturity period. Because this one is an improved variety, it matures within 8 months. Now, if you plant this, within your 8 months, you are able to have the tubers just as you can see. Yeah, so this one now is 8 months old. So after the 8 months, you have this. Away from that, the leaves. The leaves from cassava is also vegetable. That is why I was saying we want to have food security, so that in this value chain it is just I mean, a white elephant. It is something that is a real time issue. So the leaves are equally food, of course, vegetable. We have ways of doing this. The methods. You can do it on mounds, whereby on mounds you plant it upright. You can do ridges. Ridges, by selection of your site, maybe that place is waterlogged. You may want to do ridges so that excess water is driven out, so that plants that doesn't get stunted. So that you have your enough. Because of the climatic conditions, cassava is a climate smart crop. It is very resilient. After germination, that is, you do planting on the onset of rainfall, you'll have your plant. After germination, it will always manage itself.
So let me just interrupt you a minute.
Yes.
So you said that the cassava leaves are also eaten.
Yes.
Wow, to my viewers, did you even know that? Personally, I never knew that. And let's say, like, at what state or how do you realize the right, let's say, like, the right cassava leaves to eat? Because we have seen instances whereby people are taken to the hospital because of consuming poisonous cassava products. So at what state, let's say, like, now for instance, the leaves, how do you realize that that leaf is edible? Because at times they bloom and they're usually bigger in size. And you know, for us Kenyans, at times we have that mentality of the bigger the leaf, at times the poisonous or the bitter it is.
Sure.
Yeah, so tell us something about the leaves.
Yes, cassava, all the varieties have what we call cyanide. Cyanide is the toxic substance that is normally considered as poison. But then with the improved variety, the cyanide levels are now very low. It is reduced, of which it is like edible. And I can just like, I wish I had some, just show. I can just, this one is edible, like fresh in its raw form, without that contamination. But then the cyanide is there, but very minimal, of which now it is not that I mean effective. Now, cyanide normally is in between the peel and the flesh. Now, the moment you peel it, you clean it properly, the cyanide will have gone, because cyanide is like readily absorbable in water. So the moment it gets into water, it is soluble, and that is the end of it. Then again, when you subject it to that open sun drying, maybe the remnants of the cyanide will have gone through the heat from the sun rays. So this one is improved varieties. No harm. As you can see, I've just done that without fear. So it is a variety that is now created and developed. So the cyanide levels are very low.
Okay, now let's head quite a little steps behind. So as I can see here, you have now the ones that are already, let's say, like harvested. And I guess they have been dried for it now to be processed and into creating the products. Now, how long does the farmer have to take after harvesting the product from the farm so that you can dry it up? There is that period of time that it has to take, just like the maize meal, we have to prevent the aflatoxin, so it has to dry properly. How long does it take for the cassava to dry up?
Yes, cassava is a perishable crop. Now, after harvesting, it needs to be processed immediately within 24 hours. After the 24 hours, some molds will have formed. As you can see, the molds will start forming from where there's that injury, where it is cut. So if you don't process it within the 24 hours, the mold will penetrate in and in and in and in, and by that contamination will have been done, and it is now damaged, not fit for consumption. So normally after harvesting, immediately you harvest, make sure you process it so that you have your quality product. Like for example, this was done same day. This has been done on the same day, and as you can see, the quality. This one is graded. So after we've harvested, you do sorting Of course, there's diseases which normally affect
Yeah.
cassava. The one which is normally very evident in the tuber is the cassava brown streak disease, which shows some kind of rotting in the tuber. So after you've done the sorting, you do peeling. After the peeling, you wash very clean. Then you go ahead with your process. Maybe you want to grate or you just chip. Suppose you don't have a grater or a chipper at home because we have varied abilities in our backyards. You can have, after you've done that, you just have your panga. Then you just cut into these smaller chunks so that it is able to dry.
Yeah.
Yes. So after drying this, you can decide now to have your flour. The flour, which then you can make porridge, you can make ugali, the African cake. You can have starch, all the same from that.
Yeah.
Of course, starch is normally being squeezed from the already grated one.
Yeah.
Yes, but starch is in some moisture form. So after it is dry, then it is like glucose in nature. So that is how it is. Now after that, again, as you can see, we have a variety of products. This is pure cassava flour. After this one is dried, then you just take it to the hammer mill or the posho mill. It is grounded, then you have your cassava flour. The flour again can be blended. After blending, there's what we call uji mix.
Yeah.
This one now you bring in like maybe the finger millet, you can bring in maize, so that you blend it together because people are used to having that brown, the brown ugali, brown porridge. So it is made from that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Away from that again, in an advanced way now of value addition. Out of this, after it is made, take it to the posho mill, you can have bread. Of course, bread, 60% here is cassava. We only introduced a little bit of wheat. You know, nowadays we have this kind of lifestyle diseases.
Yeah.
And cassava being, traditionally grown, not so many synthetic methods or additives are added. So by way of that, we realize our products are kind of safe for our consumption. Of course, your health is your wealth.
Yeah.
So we really consider that very much, because when you're healthy, that is when you can create wealth, you can create impact on somebody's life or on the nation's life. Away from bread, we have cakes. Can see this one?
Yeah.
Can see this one? Made from cassava. Of course, I say cassava because it's the bigger percentage, the bigger ratio here is cassava. Yeah. So that we have our final products. All the same, there's what we call cassava gari. After you've done the grating, you can like roast it. I don't know the way coffee is being roasted. You can roast cassava, store it over a period of time, but then it is edible.
Oh.
Very sweet in nature, and life or health-wise, it is. What do I say? It has a nutritional value. Yes.
And also there I can see some tiny cans of moringa.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you can also tell us, to our viewers who don't know what moringa is, on what moringa is and its benefit to our bodies as well.
Yes. Moringa is one beneficial plant, medicinal in value. It has some regulatory effects in our systems. First, we have even from cassava, that is what I didn't cover so well, but then it has just come up.
Yeah.
Cassava in itself has a lot of calcium in it, phosphorus in it, which makes it serve as a libido booster. The same component is in moringa. Moringa will be a blood purifier. Of course, when you blend it well with this, what we normally consider is we have foods with the boiling, various boiling points.
Yeah.
Now, we make sure that the boiling point of moringa powder and cassava, maybe flour, if you blend it together, they will cook almost at the same. So one will not end up overcooking over the other. Yeah. So that is why we bring in moringa to blend it with the cassava, so that the cooking point, the boiling point, is almost at the same level. So when you have your ready product, it is just fit for your consumption.
Wow.
Yes.
So which part of Kenya are you from as a Kodole TBO? And if a Kenyan wants to now come and purchase these products from you, or even learn something from you, how can they get you as well?
With the introduction of ICT, or the networks, communication systems, even America is just like a phone call away. Kodole CBO, we are in Kisumu County, Nyando Sub-County, just around Ahero. That is where we are. That is where we do our activities, and we are looking forward to upscaling this and doing it so that we may cover and get in touch with the entire world. Now, one thing I would love to highlight on that, as you can see, we are still in the process of branding. Of course, this one is not recommended. And even as we speak, it is only by through mercy or some honor that we may be having this. But we are in the process of doing it through the KEBS. Of course, it's the body mandated statutory to do certification of food products, so that we are able to hit the shelves in the markets, and there's that customer confidence built in us. So we are in the process of doing that, and I think in due course we'll have that certification with us, and then our products will now be readily acceptable by everyone, every consumer, to be fit for consumption. Yes, so we are in Kisumu County, Nyando Sub-County. Maybe we share our contacts. Contact person can give a number 0723 413692. That is the contact person. Of course, we are a group. As I told you, Kodole is an acronym of so many groups which are affiliated to come together to do this activity as a way of wanting to change our livelihoods. Yes.
Wow. Guys, as you just saw, those are a lot of the various products that even I personally did not know that they can be made out of cassava products. And as you have seen, Mr. Robert Okello has explained to us from the first process, that is from preparing your shamba, growing the cutouts, even until the final production is made. Remember, we are at the Cassava Conference and Expo here at the Safari Park Hotel and Casino in Nairobi County, and we'll be not only here giving you awesome stories, but we'll be traversing to other more brands that are also making products out of cassava, so that you can learn something as an individual. Once again, I am Tanvin Onyango, coming to you straight live all the way from Nairobi.